Hello and welcome to Newcastle Motorcycles YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the CB650R. So let's run through the changes for 2024. Start at the front, so you get a reshaped headlight. Best bit is the new TFT 5-inch TFT dash. You've got revised ram air scoops. They're bigger, get more air in, which gets straight into the airbox now. Much better idea. This particular one's an E-clutch. They've had a optimized, as Honda like to say, they've optimized the single function big piston forks. Easy for me to say, we'll try again. Single function big piston forks. I've had a bit mess around with them, and boy are these plush on the road. Really nice, non-adjustable, but they do work very well. And then the tail end's been reshaped. You've got a more aggressive pointed tail end and a bigger tail light for better visibility from behind. So now I think we'll go for a little ride down one of my favourite roads. I find the best way to test a motorbike is to go to your favourite bit of road that you know really well. You know all the lumps and bumps and all the corners. And that way you find out how good or bad the suspension is. And you can probably hear by my voice, this isn't the smoothest bit of road. But these single function big piston forks are doing a cracking job. They're lovely and plush. Honda have got them well set up. And the Shure rear shock got preload adjustment, so if you want to mess about with it you'd have to get your C-spanner out, but I would leave it alone. It's perfectly adequate for bombing down twisty country lanes. So while I head for another lap down this bit of road, we'll go through the motor. Now this is an unusual bike in modern times because you've got a lot of triples from Yamaha and Triumph. You've got a few twins coming out, parallel twins, again Yamaha, Suzuki, even Honda have got the little Hornet, where this fella is a 16 valve 4-cylinder in a line 4. So yeah, a little bit different. You've got to make it graft, you've got to get it revving to get the best out of it, but when you do it's really rewarding. 94 bhp, 63 newton meters of torque, again Honda's favourite word, optimised. They've optimised this motor for 2024 to give it a bit more bottom end, and it does feel rather sweet, but it is different to the rest. You've got to rev it to get it going. Let's head off for a little sound check. Let's hear what it sounds like when you make it sing. We'll have a little sound check of the CB650R, and with any luck you'll hear the E-clutch. There it was. As you can see, it's getting a bit wetter, so let's head back to the shop, do a sitting test and check out the dash. Here we go with our sitting test. So here I come, 5'10", 32-inch inside leg. I climb aboard the bike, make it easier to suss out the dimensions. This fella's 810mm, and as you can see my feet are flat on the floor, legs slightly bent. It is in line 4, so it is quite wide at the petrol tank, but where the seat meets the petrol tank it's very thin, so your legs go straight down. Now The main bike is very similar to the CB650R, so the foot pegs are in quite a sporty position. They're not too bad for me, I fit them quite nicely. Handlebars, obviously they are up and back towards you because it is a street shaped bike. So riding position is quite comfy, I find it nice. I could do a few miles on this bike, no bother. Let's have a quick look at the dash of the CB650. Now this particular one's an E clutch, so you've got your little E up there. So to work your dash, you use your little joystick that's here. So I'll try and get them both in, there we go. So if you go hard right, there we go. So there's your little settings. So as I say, you use your little joystick here to scroll through. So the first one is your trips, and it works out your miles per gallon. Your next one is how you set. So you've got a fuel gauge or a range and tank, whatever you fancy. How to set your trip meters. And then your settings one. Now your settings one, you can adjust your E clutch. So you could have it for up, a gentle touch and it changes, a medium touch or a hard touch. I like it on, so it's hard input to change up, and then down I prefer it on medium, so I've set it for my preferences. But again, if you're heavy footed and you want to have it a hard push to go down, or a soft, whatever you fancy, but that's how I like it. A good old kick up to get it to change up, and a medium to change down. And if you want to turn it off, use that one. And then you've got your shift point, all the other bits that you might want to use. Now display type. So you can have bar, circle, or very simple. Simple is very simple, but everybody likes the bar one, so we'll go back to that. Brightness, background, so you could have it black, you could have it white, and obviously auto, it changes colour with the ambient light. So yeah, it's as easy as that. So to change any settings, so we'll go to display, we'll go to display type. So you can see as I'm moving this little joystick here, that's how it changes. Like the bar one, so put it back. So yeah, so that's your settings there, and it's all worked off that little fella there, that little joystick. As I mentioned earlier, this is a CB650R with an E clutch. We have gone through this before on this channel, so I'll attach a link at the end so you can go and have a look at it. But it's a super system, it's dead easy to use. Why you wouldn't want it, I don't know. You'll see in a second how easy it is to use. I'm throttling off, I put the brakes on, my hand's going to come away and I'm not touching the clutch lever, and as you can see there, I'm going down into first gear and I just stop. The bike does it all for you. It feels that you've throttled off through a sensor. It knows you haven't pulled the clutch in, it knows you're touching the gear lever because of the quick shifter setup that it's got, so it pulls the clutches in and out appropriately. If you want to go up through the box, as we'll pull away here, the clutches are grafting because the bike's doing it for you, and as you change into second and third and fourth, it just does it for you. Great idea. You change gear and it works the clutch. Super simple, dead easy to use, brilliant idea. I do hope you've enjoyed this little bit of YouTube content for Newcastle motorcycles. If you have, please thumbs up. If you like it a lot, please subscribe. And I've got a couple of links here for the E-clutch and also the Honda Road Sync app, so there's more to watch on this channel. Stay tuned and enjoy. Hopefully see you in the shop soon. Bye for now.